Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scariest Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
I totally thought I mixed those up, but I said them right. This is Scariest. We read stories, your homegrown horrors. Adam, tell us what those are.
Before I do that, shout out to Laura and 588 who just resubscribed for the 6th month using their Twitch Prime subscription. Robin, Twitch Prime is a derivative of Amazon Prime. Tell us how that works.
So, a Twitch.tv account is totally free. If you have Amazon Prime, you can get Twitch Prime. It's totally included. You just link your Amazon account to your Twitch account, and you can subscribe to a channel of your choice once every 28 or 30 days or something like that. So,
and basically, it's $5 for free. You don't pay anything. You're getting that with your Amazon Prime subscription, and that comes to us if you pick our channel, which is super awesome. Also, shout out to the Snarked, who just resubscribed for the 15th month. Says happy subversary. Pretty good. Laura Ann's message there was, yeah, it worked. I know that they're having some trouble getting their message to come through. Glad that did finally work. However, like Robin said, this is a Storytime episode, which means we're reading homegrown horror, and she already asked me to explain what those are. Homegrown horrors are the paranormal, spiritual, supernatural, spooky, creepy, sometimes true crime, sometimes coincidental stories that you have experienced, your friends, your family, anyone that you know that you're comfortable sharing that story with us. We definitely want to hear about them, so feel free to share them, and we will read them on the Storytime episodes. My voice is starting to go a little bit. You can email storytime@scarish.com. You can also go to our social medias, facebook.com/scarishpodcast, @scarishpod on Twitter, and @scarishpodcast on the Insta, or our website, scarish.com.
You're so hip now.
Click on Contact Us. I've literally been saying that for like a year. And you can reach out to us in those various ways to get us your stories. We're going to be reading 4 tonight. Pretty excited. How about you?
Pretty excited. I feel like it's been a really long time since we did the last one, so it's kind of cool.
It's only been an extra day. We took off Christmas Day to spend with our families.
Yeah, so happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays to everyone out there.
I know there's still more days of Hanukkah, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And hopefully you folks enjoyed your Wednesday off as well. I'm hoping no one out there had to work, and for anyone who did, thank you so much, because you're probably providing an invaluable service that most of us could not be without. So thank you to everyone who worked on Christmas. You guys are amazing. I believe I'm going to be the first person that reads tonight. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive right into it, I guess. Cool. The subject of this first one is sleep paralysis demon. So you already got my attention. And it starts out like this. Hey, Robin. Hey, Adam.
I was just like, oh, are they going to skip you this time?
All right. I got skipped last week, too. Hello. I'm so excited to be doing this finally. My name is Leah, and I have some scary stories right here for you.
Is it Leah or Leia?
It's L-E-A. And since I just saw Star Wars, my mind immediately went to Leia. So it could be Leah. I think they will make the cut. I have a story for you, and it's themed closets in particular. Okay, so interesting. So until I was roughly 10, I slept in a shared bed with my brother. He was 8, and I was 10 when this happened. The room we shared was a normal-sized room, 2 closets, and space for 2 normal beds. One closet was mine, and the other was my brother's. My closet was a little bit different in design. It was dark brown and honestly looked like it was going to fall apart at any moment. It's kind of funny because Robin has her own closet, which is in this room that we're currently in. And it's pretty. It has a closet organizer. She's also added some organization stuff in there. It's very full, and it looks very lovely. And then there's my closet, which is a board that's bent and a bar to hang stuff from, and that is it. So one of these days I'm going to get around.
You should put an organizer like that in there.
I agree. It would be nice. So I understand what you're saying here when you say that it looks like it's going to fall apart at any moment, because that's how mine has looked for years. Back to the story. Another thing that was peculiar about it was that it had an extra little compartment at the end. It was a sliding door, and it had a small, dark little room on the other side. That's terrifying. Being 10, I was shit scared of that little room because of the shit my brain made me think about. It was dark and just small. When we moved into the house, I was told lots of short little horror legends about this room and what it contained. I wonder who's telling these legends. One legend that freaked me out the most was
ghosts are telling the stories.
What's that?
The ghosts are telling the stories.
Well, that's even more terrifying. The one that freaked me out the most was one that said, quote, a man was punished by being put in there and never let out. Now you can see how a small child's imagination can stretch that story. After that, I started to have bad dreams about it and to start to not want to use my wardrobe only because of that. A few nights later, I had a bad dream and couldn't fall back asleep. I remember wanting to just die because I was so bloody scared of that dumbass closet. During the night, I swear to God, later that night, I heard mumbling coming from the closet, and I'm pretty sure I passed out because I don't remember much from that night.
Is it creepier if the mumbling is a ghost or if the mumbling is somebody who's snuck in, just kind of creeping in your closet?
I guess it really depends on what you're scared of. I think it would be creepier if it was an intruder because they can physically harm you, where ghosts tend to scare you a little bit more than physical harm. I mean, it's not like you never heard a ghost story where someone didn't get hurt or anything like that. But for me, it's an intruder. What about you?
I'm afraid of the unknown.
What does that mean?
I mean, I
That's
think
not an answer, Robin. You gave yourself two choices.
I'd be scared of both. They're both unknowns.
So you just go to max level scared no matter
I'd be
what?
max level scared. It doesn't matter. There's mumbling coming out of my fucking closet.
And you're immediately terrified.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. I swear the following night I got sleep paralysis and I got horrible nightmares from this experience. I can recall even hallucinating one night. I saw him walk out of that closet and he was tall and creepy as fuck with blood dripping off of him and other shit my brain made up. Probably one of the most traumatizing experiences I've ever had because I still have this dream every now and then.
No.
Wow.
Oh, no. If I kept having that dream.
Throughout the rest of your life? Yeah, that'll be intense. It is official that every time I get sleep paralysis, he is there, and it looks like he haunts me all the time. Thanks so much, and yet again, I hope this can be... I don't know what this word is.
Amera Asian hour to the public.
What's Amera Asian?
Asian American? I don't know.
I'm just going to skip that line. How about that? Let's do that. Thanks so much. Sorry for any spelling mistakes or anything. A bye with a heart emoji. Well, thank you so much for sending that in. That was really, really, really good and kind of terrifying. I wonder if anyone else has history of like your sleep paralysis demon showing up when you were a kid and then just persisting throughout the rest of your life, because we've definitely heard stories of folks that have grown out of sleep paralysis. We've also heard stories from folks that just have had sleep paralysis since they were very young. So I don't know. Send us your stories if that's the case.
Yeah.
Right on. All right, let's look over into stream chat really fast. Why were you just staring at my shirt for a solid 10 seconds while I was talking to you?
Someone commented in the chat about your shirt, and I was like, is it?
What?
We'll get there. I don't know. Well.
What was the comment? You already read it.
So what brand is this?
I don't know. You bought it for me.
I think it is. So the Hamburglar.
Wow.
So the Hamburglar. Fuck, jeez. That.
The Hamburglar.
In not Discord. I'm sorry. Twitch. Says they think that they have the same shirt as you, and if it's Izod, it's the same shirt, and it says IZ on your shirt, and I assume that's
probably Izod.
So.
Yeah.
So you're probably in the same shirt. Yeah.
Cool. Glad you didn't interact because you were staring at my logo. I was like, is my nipple
bad.
super hard right now? Like, I don't know what you're looking at. It probably is now that we're talking about it. Don't look at it. All right. Over there on YouTube, we don't have a whole lot. Blanca Bella says, hi. Woo. Yesenia says, here, I was almost late because I didn't want to get out of the shower. That's how I am to work every day. Also, happy late Christmas/holidays. Happy late Christmas/holidays to you as well. And Kiana says, hi, guys. What up, Kiana? Thank you for joining us.
Let's see. I am very glad so many of you are joining us right after Christmas. Because my office at work today was like ghost town. There's like nobody there.
Yeah, my office was a ghost town too.
All right.
I am all caught up on my YouTube chat, so we don't have a lot of folks over there in YouTube. It looks like you got most of them over there in Twitch.
Oh yes. So the Hambler. Fuck.
Wow.
You gotta say that name because I
no,
can't
you
say
have to say it.
I feel like what's his name? Benedict Cumberbatch trying to say penguins.
Okay, let's just coach you through this then. Say duh.
Ham.
Burglar. The Hamburglar.
The Hamburglar.
There you go. It's because you have to always say things weird. You have to say like, instead of burglar, you say burglar.
Shut up. Okay. Anyway, they said they survived the snow with their son in tow after Christmas celebration.
Wow.
So they're after Christmas celebration.
Got you.
Yeah. Laura Ann says they have Sleepy Cone of Shame Doggy on their lap. And Emanon says this is a great trip so far, still at Shawnee's parents' place. Hope you're having fun.
Yeah,
Have
indeed.
a fun weekend.
I know it was a long road trip for Emanon.
Yeah.
They reached out to us to let us know that they made it because they had a long trip planned, and hopefully they enjoyed that time while they were traveling, and hopefully they're going to enjoy the live stream. We got 3 more stories to go.
Glitch says, nice hoodie, Robin. Thank you. All of you folks can own one of these lovely, scary-ish, well, my hair's on this side, scary-ish hoodies. If you go to our Teespring store, it's available on there. You guys can check it out. Yeah. Yep. Get your hands on them.
Cool.
If you folks go to our website, scaryish.com, I don't know if there's links to them on there, but there's a link to our shop. You guys can go there.
There's a lot of links for merchandise. I don't know if it's 100% fully updated. I don't know if you folks saw, but we tweeted /Facebook/ all of our social media, I think, out an image of the pins.
Yes. So, oh my gosh,
She's so excited.
So I got a message from my manufacturer last night, and she sent me a picture of our first pin, and it's of the Skeptical Bear, because, you know, Adam. And I was so excited. It's just the mold, but it looks so cute, and I'm just like, hopefully they turn out really well.
The eye, the dubious eye, looks really good.
Yeah,
I gotta say.
it?
Yeah, I do.
Right. Yeah, so once the color is in there, I hope they send me another picture. I'm just super duper excited because it's the first hardened owl pin I've ever made, and I really want it to turn out well. And you folks can pre-order them. Go to our Instagram, check out like what the design's gonna look like. You can check out the first little mold that they've made and all that stuff.
The mold's not colored yet.
It's not colored yet. It's just the basic metal. It doesn't even have like the metal coating for what metal it's actually going to be. But you can pre-order it on our Etsy shop. You can pre-order it on our Etsy shop. The link to our Etsy shop is on our website, scaryish.com. I'm just really excited.
It's all the way at the bottom. It's called Robin's Kawaii Corner. If you want to click on that, there's a lot of other stuff as well that you can check out too.
Yeah.
But that's where the pre-orders are.
Yeah, and right now they're on sale. They're on sale to the new year. So if you spend over $15 at my Etsy shop, you get 10% off. So if you buy a pair of the pins, you're gonna get 10% off because they're over $15, right? So 2 pins is $20. Just do it. Just
now is the time to do it. Is what Robin is saying.
Because you're gonna get a deal if you buy this set, and you're gonna get a discount because it's over $15. So now's the great time to buy it because you guys are gonna get a discount on it.
Glitch is out there being a great moderator, putting the link to Robin's Kawaii Corner in both YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah, so dude, I'm just so super excited about it. It's like, oh my gosh, scary merch. I'm really excited. Yeah, check it out.
Me
anyway,
too.
You go.
Kiana,
Wait, is it my turn to read? I don't know.
It is. Kiana says, Robin, your hair looks pretty.
Thank you.
Your hair does look pretty.
Thanks.
You look very pretty.
It was kind of I was trying to straighten my bangs and it didn't work out because I used my curling iron. So, yeah. All right.
I think it looks good. Kiana thinks it looks good. That's all you need to know.
All right. So, I'm going to get into my first email here, and I have it up on my screen, kind of, sort of. All right.
Did anyone out there see Rise of Skywalker? If you did, let us know in the chat.
Dude.
Curious to know what you folks thought.
Very
I'm not going to
mixed.
tell you what we thought until you tell us what you
Very
thought.
mixed. Okay, so. All right. The first homegrown horror that I'm going to read for the night is titled My Grandfather Was a Freemason, which is so fucking cool.
That sounds interesting as shit.
I know. All right. It goes. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Did
I throw you off with an extra greeting there? It sounded like your brain melted. I don't know.
Okay, stop. Okay, so I'm a new listener and absolutely love the podcast. Welcome.
Shout out to this Gray Coast who has resubscribed for the 8th month.
Thank you so much.
Using their Twitch Prime subscription.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
You guys can also subscribe if you go to twitch.tv/scaryish podcast. Just saying. Okay, so that's for the listeners.
That's for the listeners, not the folks that are like, I'm watching it
I'm watching
right now,
it.
Robin. Thanks.
Okay.
Every 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Wednesdays, except for today, which is a Thursday, because this Wednesday was Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, y'all. Go ahead and get back to that email, Robin.
I was listening to your episode about the moving coffins when I briefly mentioned... No, you didn't mention it. We mentioned it. I was listening to your episode about the moving coffins when you briefly mentioned the Freemasons, and I immediately knew that I had to share this story. I'm listening from the north of England, and my family has lived here for generations. Ooh. Neither me nor my parents are... I added that. It's not in the email. The little ooh is not in the email, just me. Okay.
I figured that was you, yeah.
So neither me nor my parents are particularly... Neither me...
Are particularly the hamburger... I marked it.
Neither me nor my parents are... Shut up!
I just love watching the monitor and seeing her make these looks to the camera like, this fucking dude better shut his mouth. Like she thinks I'm not going to see it. I'm watching you.
That's creepy. Neither me nor my... I can hear your shirt. Neither me nor my parents are particularly religious, but stop! Why are you laughing?
Because you nailed it that time. And I could hear the condescension in your voice like, yeah, what's up now? I said it right.
Neither me nor my parents are particularly religious, but my grandparents absolutely are, especially my grandfather. My grandfather was a super normal dude for the most part. He worked at the docks as a ship repairer and loved spending time with my mom, her 2 siblings, and my grandmother. However, when my mom was about 3 years old, my grandfather joined the Freemasons. That's interesting. I wonder how you join.
I don't know. Probably just sign up, right? I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff you have to do. Like, there's a quest you have to go on.
I'm just thinking they walk in, they give them a clipboard, and they're like, here, sign up.
I think you have to kill a bunch of wolves, and then after that, like goblin assassins. Or I might be thinking about the intro to World of Warcraft for the human race. I can't quite remember. But then again, I'm not a Freemason, so I wouldn't know.
Now all I'm thinking about is that cinematic for the last expansion, not this newest expansion, but the...
Battle for Azeroth
yeah,
one? Yeah.
That one made me cry. Oh my god, so good. Anyway, so... He and my grandmother never kept secrets from each other throughout their marriage. From when they met, when they were 16. The feels, that's cute.
That is cute. Shout out to Lady Emo 0918 who just followed us on Twitch. Thank you very much, Lady Emo.
Thank you. Right up... shit. No, I was right. Okay. From when they met when they were 16, right up until my grandfather joined the Freemasons. As you may know, one of the rules of the Masons is the vow of secrecy that has to be taken upon joining, with a penalty of having your tongue ripped out if you break it.
Did they say "as you know" to start? Because I definitely did not know that.
I didn't know. Well, I think the rule of secrecy. So
I still didn't know that.
Oh, okay.
It's not like okay, I know about Fight Club. The first 2 rules are you don't talk about it, which I just broke because I talked about it.
Bit of a...
This is what you get when you shake your head when I say something funny instead of laughing and trying to play off of it.
Bit of an overreaction, in my opinion. After my grandfather attended his first meeting, my grandmother waited up for him to come home to ask him all about it, and was incredibly upset when he refused to tell her anything that went on.
Aww.
The Mason secrecy vow caused more upset in their marriage than anything else because my grandmother just couldn't understand what could be so important and special that he couldn't tell her.
He was moving coffins. That's what it was.
Oh my god. You're so dumb. All my family could gather about the Freemasons was a few details from things my grandfather did and the things the family was included in. One odd detail was that my grandfather used to save up money for whiskey, something that was difficult for my family because whiskey was a luxury we could barely afford. Another thing my mother remembers was events that the Masons would throw, usually at the head of the Northern Masons' place. He was some lord, which is kind of fucking insane to me. I can't wrap my head around the fact that my local aristocracy were high-up Masons. Speaking of levels of Masons, I'd kind of like to discuss the 33 degrees of the Freemasons and the connection to the occult. It's the strangest thing to me.
Just really fast, just pausing. This email is absolutely amazing. I am learning so much. Like, this is really good.
Yeah. My grandfather, as I said, was just a dude, not some crazy Illuminati guy. And while he wasn't super high up, he was at about the 3rd/4th degree and was head of his lodge. Nice. I often hear people bringing up Masons in conspiracy theories, describing them as members of the occult, and it almost instantly invalidates the theory for me because I know from my own experience that most Freemasons are just like my grandfather was. Middle-aged or older Christian, not devil-worshipping men who went to the meetings and probably just kicked about. The only thing that was even slightly culty or occulty
nice.
Was the rituals, which came in 3 degrees. But even they were just like poems or plays. Unfortunately, my grandfather passed away when I was 10, and I didn't get a chance to ever talk to him about it, although he likely wouldn't have told me much anyway. It is interesting to hear all the conspiracy theories and scary stories about the Freemasons because I have that connection and know a lot of it is misinformation. They're basically an overzealous, slightly odd religious/Christian group. I don't know how scary this group is, but it really spooked me when I found out since I've heard the group thrown around so much in theories and the like. Anyway, feel free to use this on the show if you'd like. I don't mind it at all. I just felt like sharing my experience with other spooky friends because it might be a bit of an insight into the not as spooky as expected Freemasons. Thanks for all the fantastic podcasts. I listen to them all the time when I'm drawing/working. Keep up the spooky work. Emma. Sorry, that took me a long time to get. It was like my brain was pressing enter.
There's a lot of space between the last paragraph and the name, so I think it's funny because like you basically just vocalized the white space.
Thank you so much, Emma. I think that
was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really informative. And I think it's something we kind of needed to know.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of conspiracy theories out there that involve the Freemasons, mainly because they're a trade organization that's just been around for a really, really long time. So when people have theories, especially about things that have been built, they are like, someone has to know about it, and obviously the work probably would have run through them at some point. So I am interested at some point in doing them as a topic, because a lot of the stuff that we've done before has dabbled in it, and we've not really gone down that rabbit hole because you wind up connecting like two separate topics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at some point, we're definitely going to do the Freemasons and the Illuminati as separate topics, and I know that those two things are going to overlap in some ways.
We should just become men of letters.
Men of letters, I hate you so much. Oh, supernatural.
All right. So, yeah, into the chat we go.
Look over into that stream chat.
All right. So,
Kiana asked a question. I don't have a lot of YouTube chat, so I'm just going to jump in there and go first because it's the one thing I have on YouTube. And it says, have you guys watched The Witcher yet?
We finished The Witcher already.
We binged it in 24 hours.
Yeah, we finished it really fast. Because there's only, 8 episodes? It's so short.
It's 8 hours, though. They're each an hour, so it's not as short as you would think.
But it's like a work day, you know? I mean...
I'll tell you one thing. We binged it 5 days ago?
We watched the first 3 episodes twice.
Yeah, because we started it, then my mom wanted to start it as well. And then once she had gone to bed, we just kept going with it.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to watch it again already. So I understand some of the criticisms levied at it. I will say that I absolutely loved it. I have played all 3 Witcher games, so I did have some connection to it previously, but man, did I enjoy it. I think Henry Cavill is awesome.
I was surprised.
He is a badass. His swordplay is phenomenal in that show.
So when they were starting to put out the promotional pictures and stuff like that for him, I was like, he looks like shit. He doesn't look like him. I hate it.
I thought he looked great.
And then the show comes out and I'm like, well, he doesn't look that bad. And his voice sounds exactly
nailed it
like
Geralt of Rivia
in the game.
Geralt of Rivia.
And I was just like, holy shit.
He hung out a bunch because the same guy did the voice acting for Geralt in the games in Witchers 1, 2, and 3, and he hung out with them to sort of get down the accent, and then he regionalized it a little bit based off of what he thought Geralt would sound like and what someone from Rivia would sound like. And that's just the slight change to it. But I really enjoyed it, and I'm not going to spoil anything about it. I would suggest watching it, and just it's funny because you hear so many people say for long series that have been around for a long time, like, you just got to get through the first season, like grind through it a little bit. I really think for the show, it's like you just got to get through the first few episodes and just enjoy the fact that at the beginning, not everything really connects in a way that you're going to know off the bat, but there's a point to everything.
Yeah,
so
you
just
might be
watch.
a little bit confused, but keep watching. You'll get there.
Trust the show because the show trusts you not to be dumb.
it was just so good. I was so surprised. I was honestly very, 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 very surprised at how much I ended up liking it. But my favorite lines have to be whenever he just says, fuck.
It's just so perfectly placed.
Yeah, because that's something that I would do too. If it's like
he speaks so eloquently and profound because he's very old, and he says these really nice things that are very sharp and to the point. And then when something happens, he's just like, fuck. Yeah. And I absolutely love that about his character. Tell the story about the article you read.
So I read an article while I was on Twitter, and in the article is just like, apparently Henry Cavill, his muscles are just so big, I guess, that it kept wearing through his leather armor that they had made for him. So they kept having to get new ones or make new ones or whatever for him. So I guess through all the practice and all the filming and stuff like that, he kept wearing through this leather because it's just muscles are immense. And
his scenes when he's fighting are he looks like he's actually trying to kill people. So Henry Cavill, this is totally true. When I watched the movie The Count of Monte Cristo with Guy Pearce and Jim Caviezel when I was younger, I remember there's a scene at the end of that movie because Henry Cavill plays the son of Count, what's his face? The main character. And there's a scene at the end that's really emotional, and he's really young. Henry Cavill's super young in that movie. And I remember watching it as a kid thinking, like, I need to remember this kid's name because he's really good and he's going to be really famous one day. And I went and I looked it up, and his name was Henry Cavill. And what I remember is that I first saw him come back into the play, or into, like, film with the movie Immortals. He's in the movie Immortals. He's the main character. And then they picked him for Man of Steel. And someone was like, I don't think this guy's going to be good, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, he's going to be great. He's going to be a perfect Clark Kent. He's going to be a great Superman. And he's already pretty ripped. So as long as he bulks up, he'll be fine. And then he got fucking enormous for Man of Steel. And he's bigger than he's ever been to play Geralt.
It's because he constantly, what is it called? Cocks his arms, whatever. Yeah.
I love Henry Cavill. I don't follow many celebrities at all on Instagram or Twitter. I follow him on Instagram just because I absolutely love him. And he is so dedicated to keeping his Superman physique, even though there's been so much controversy about whether he's coming back.
Yeah.
He's just dedicated to the craft, and I think he's a great actor, and I think he's fucking perfect, and I hope the show does super well. It's been shit on a lot critically, and it's just something that happens, but I think a lot of fans really, really like it. So I loved it. I highly recommend it.
I surprisingly liked it a lot.
When I saw
and now
that
we
message,
get to watch You tonight. So.
Yeah, You season 2. When I saw that message come through, I was like, I cannot wait to talk about this.
The Snark says Henry Cavill can wear through all my armor. Giggity. Don't watch the show if you haven't. It's just good. Let's see. The Snark says went to physical therapy today. Made me work out so hard I vomited.
Damn.
That sucks.
That's that old Henry Cavill workout.
Yesenia
says there's a building around the corner from my house called the Church of Masonry or something like that. Not sure if that has anything to do with the Freemasons, but there's never anyone there, and it's a super creepy building. Interesting. Not saying you should break in and check it out. I'm just saying you should convince someone else to do it and strap a cell phone to them that's Facebook live streaming so we can all watch.
Which flavor is this?
This is the holiday blend.
Oh, okay.
I think that's right. I didn't do the peppermint because I'm not a huge fan of peppermint, and I know you have to do it a specific way through the frother, and I just didn't have the time or the patience.
Go froth yourself. Do you want to read now?
There's so much more Twitch chat that you just didn't talk about. I see LOL swordplay. I see Glitch saying I'll swordplay with him. The Snark says Geralt shirtless is enough. The bathtub scene is an homage to the video games, which is just so perfect. Laura Ann says, so I should watch the show, is what you're saying. Absolutely. Why aren't you reading any of this stuff? This is your people's.
It's just all about The Witcher.
I know, and it's awesome. They're engaging with us. Engage back. The Snark says he is like a bigger version of that hot vet. What hot vet?
I don't know.
All right, I guess I'm reading for both of us. I think that's just about everything, so I guess I'll move on to my second story since you're being weird for some reason. Marked. Sorry, this car is passing in the background. It drives me crazy because it's been raining in Vegas.
It's raining.
It's rained all freaking day, and it's very noisy.
You can't even see the road. It's so dark out there because there's not a lot of cars. It's just the random ones.
There's enough cars where you just hear it in the background. It's super annoying. Okay, so I'm going to move on to my second and my final email of the show, and the subject is a couple stories. And it starts out like this. Hey-o.
Hello.
Hey-yo. My name is Christina.
Hey, yo.
And I live on
Hey,
Long
Adrian.
Island in New York. Wow. I absolutely love your podcast. Thank you so much. I found it on Spotify, in parentheses, Q Adam, shout out to Spotify. Shout out to Spotify. You're the only podcast that I listened to, and I was going to originally wait until I was all caught up, but I had extra time today, and I figured I could just send my stories now. My home growing up is definitely haunted, and I have many stories from that house. This will be long because I probably won't get around to telling them at a different time. Please feel free to pick and choose which you share or share them all. We have chosen to share them all, so strap in. So to start, my mom's house is about 100 years old. In our neighborhood, our house was the first on the block, and growing up, it wasn't surprising to get a couple of ghostly apparitions or strange midnight noises. I moved out when I graduated high school, but my mom still lives there. It's a 2-story brick home. The stairs going up to the second floor and going down to the basement are both in the kitchen. Wow, so the kitchen just branches off to the upstairs and the downstairs. Gotcha. Under the stairs is where we have a pantry, and there's a wall that separates it from the living room. It sounds almost like the area that Harry Potter lived in if you put a pantry there instead of a bed to cage a child. If you are in the pantry, there is a hallway to the left which leads from the den, in parentheses computer room, to the kitchen, To the right is the dining room, and behind the wall is the living room. Okay, so this like pantry has entries and exits all over the place.
I mean, I don't think. How does the pantry have walkways?
I would guess there's just like doors to exit into certain spots, or it's like, I don't know, hidden passageways. It sounds pretty awesome. I'm glad we have some idea, because I think everyone's idea of what your house looks like is different in their mind's eye right now, but not bad.
I'm just imagining the Harry Potter space under the stairs. That's it.
Me too, just with doors that Harry could have escaped. Now that you have a better understanding of the layout, my first story starts like this. My mom is a night owl, an insomniac, some might say. One night, when I still lived at home, I had come down the stairs to grab some snacks. My mom heard me come down the stairs and began rummaging through the pantry. So you're rummaging through the pantry. She wasn't. Okay, got you. She was watching TV facing the wall in between the dining room and hallway when she saw me, in quotations, peek around the corner in the dining room. She thought it was me, so she didn't say anything. Then I, in quotation marks, peeked around the corner 2 or 3 more times before she said, "Christina, what the hell are you doing?" To which I replied, "Getting a snack." She then told me to come into the living room because she wanted to see what I was wearing. To my mom's surprise, I was wearing all black, pretty usual for me. The figure that peeked over the wall was wearing all white. Needless to say, I noped the fuck out and went back to bed. Pretty sure I'm a narcoleptic, so I was more tired than creeped out, so it didn't take too long for me to fall asleep.
That's kind of weird.
Seeing someone that's peeking around the corner wearing the opposite color clothes than the person that's actually there. Yeah, that's super creepy. All right, moving on. Growing up, my brother, who is 14 years older than me, and my dad did not get along. They are too alike, and their, quote, not so great qualities don't really sync up. I would often hear their disembodied voices coming from the basement of them arguing growing up when I was home alone. Sorry, Robin, because it mentioned the basement.
I'm just like, the idea of disembodied voices kind of freaks me out.
Well, yeah, because you hear disembodied and you instantly think like, oh, you mean a ghost? No, they're just arguing in the basement and you can hear the voices coming up.
Sorry, that sounded way too much like Scooby-Doo.
Ghosts.
That's not what Scooby-Doo sounds like, but okay.
He's
a big old dog, okay.
I thought you were talking about the show Scooby-Doo, and anyone in the Scooby-Doo show could have said that.
No, the actual dog.
I was just trying to sneak one by, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids. So, fuck you. That's what that guy really wanted to say at the end of every Scooby-Doo when they captured him, is like, fuck you, because they ruined it for him. Anyways, the email goes on to say, yikes, like they knew I was going to go off on that tangent. Quick pause.
Like Scooby-Doo pause?
Starbucks holiday blend pause.
I think it's Christmas. Well, is there a difference? I know there's a Christmas one and then there is a holiday one. I don't know if they're the same.
I was told downstairs it's the holiday one, so that's the one I picked because I didn't want to do the other one that tastes like peppermint. So
you're a peppermint.
Already went through this once.
You're a snack.
Oh, thank you so much. I sent Robin a meme today that said, "Did it hurt when you fell from the vending machine? Because you a snack." It's a really good one. I like it. All right, here we go. Gonna keep going now after I scroll a little bit. The next story is one of my sisters. She is 11 years older than me. Yes, I was an oops, but a cute one, I might add. That's hilarious. One night, her and our old pup were sleeping upstairs when she woke up suddenly, seemingly for no reason. Buddy was a terrible guard dog, and whatever was there made him run out of the room.
That's so sad.
It's so cute, though. I can just see the dog being like, fuck this, I'll find a new owner. My sister had a clamshell of sorts that held some of her jewelry when out of nowhere it flew off her nightstand and shattered against the wall, sending jewelry in all directions. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This is bullshit, but let me tell you, my mom has video evidence that something in the house likes to steal and break things. It sounds like there's a goblin or an elf that lives in your house. She recently got a camera in her kitchen to watch underwear gnomes. It's hilarious. No underwear? Fuck your jewelry. That's exactly what happened. We've gotten to the bottom of it now. She recently got a camera in her kitchen to watch the stairs. In parentheses, she has a new tenant down there. And has video evidence of something unseen crinkling a bag of bread on the table. And within 15 seconds, the bag scaled the 6-seater table and landed on the floor. Yeah, no thanks. That video needs to be sent to us because I totes want to see it. My sister lived in the basement apartment for about a year or two.
Why? Why would you
when
live
she
in the
first
basement?
got married, probably because it was.
When you first got married too, why would you want to live in the basement?
I have friends that lived in the basement when they first got married. I
Really?
imagine since it's an apartment, it's furnished and it's probably cheap because it's in her mom's house. So
But
it's
what,
not
how big is it?
really big. Usually basements are around the same size as the house is. It's just like it's whether or not you put up walls or divide up the room. Sometimes it's space like a loft, but I mean, a basement apartment isn't what you're thinking. You think it's terrified and full of hauntings, and sometimes they're really, really nice.
I think it's the size of like a studio. I don't think it's like big, you know?
I mean, imagine our house, and then imagine if it had a basement, and it's just one giant room, and how you could put walls up, and how you'd like to divide it into a living space. You can put a bunch of stuff down there. You can put its own bathroom, its own kitchen. You can do all that stuff.
Is it like a fire hazard?
No.
Safety hazard?
It's like, is it a fire hazard to have one on your main floor or on your second floor?
Well, there's no way to get out.
What do you mean?
If you can't climb up the stairs, you're dead.
Yeah, but I mean, that's like saying if you can't go out your door, you're dead.
If you want ghosts, that's how you get ghosts.
There's windows in most basements too. There's like usually a window about 3/4 of the way up. Your inexperience with basements just simply baffles me. You've seen John's basement. There's windows. You can get out of there if there's a fire.
Is there a door out? Or do you have to go up the stairs?
You have to go up the stairs.
Well, see, you'd still die if you couldn't get up the stairs.
Whatever. There's windows that you could climb out of, which is the whole point to this argument. This is ridiculous. Everyone's watching like, how has this chick never seen a basement? All right. Gonna get back to it. Don't even know where I was. Okay, here we go. She had her first child while living there, and one night while they were snuggling, my sister saw a black figure walk down the basement stairs and through the door leading into the laundry room. She picked up the baby and went to the bedroom. Another time she was washing dishes and was home alone when something snapped her bra strap from behind.
Sounds like my sister.
Right? That basement was always a, quote, run for your life when the light is off kind of basement. Yeah, if that's the case, then I don't know why anyone would want to live down there as their first apartment. Lastly, a story of my own. That was a weird sound that came from my throat when I said lastly. Lastly, a story of my own.
Lastly, on Dragon Ball Z.
My sister went to a psychic medium one night where he asked her a lot of questions about me. Did I ever play with a Ouija board? Yes, when I was like 12. In parentheses, I'm the ripe old age of 21 now. And a couple other questions that my sister had to confirm because I had never told her, right? The ripe old age of 34. He said after that, a dark spirit began to follow me and that the office and my boyfriend and I's new home is where he resides. In parentheses, not the slumber party, not the kind of slumber party I was hoping for. That night we had a terrible storm. It was windy, rainy, and just plain miserable. My boyfriend is a skeptic, so I didn't even bother telling him what my sister relayed to me earlier in the evening because I knew his response would be, it sounds like bullshit, which is, you know, kind of a reasonable thing. If you're paying someone to tell you something creepy, they're usually going to find something creepy to tell you. After we went to bed, sometime in the middle of the night, we both awoke and shot out of bed because our doorbell rang. Our doorbell hasn't worked since we moved in. That's super fucking creepy.
Okay, so with the doorbell thing, our doorbell doesn't work half the time. Our doorbell doesn't work half the time. Sometimes, once in a blue moon, if someone jams the button hard enough, it will ring and the dogs will lose their minds.
I will say this.
So
I've only ever tested our doorbell since it stopped working like 3 or 4 times. And every time I've tested it, it works. So I think it's just about the pressure with which you push the doorbell button. So button, as Robin likes to say. So, okay, their doorbell went off in the middle of the night. I told him about my conversation with my sister earlier that night. He was a believer for about 8 hours. Turns out it was a power surge, and it's the button that doesn't work. I apologize for the extremely long email, but I've been sitting on these stories waiting to share. I'm sure you have a ridiculously long backlog, but if you could just let me know what episode that some, in parentheses, if any, of these stories will be on so I can tune in. So we'll go ahead and reach out to you right now. You guys rock. Keep on creeping on, and I look forward to hearing back from you. P.S. Long Island has some haunted locations. I know you did the Amityville Horror House already. Lake Ronkonkoma is also really cool. I lived right there for about 2 years. There's the Kings Park Psych Center as well. I would love to hear the kind of research you could put in on either of these locations. Okay, I'm done now. Thank you for your time and attention. Best, Christina.
thank you so much,
Thank
Christina.
you, Christina. Very well written. Very good stuff. Appreciate it. I like at the end you put best, comma, Christina, because you're the best Christina. I just think I want to put that out there. I just don't think we had an email from a Christina before. So
I don't think so either, actually.
you're the best one we've ever gotten. You're the best around. Nothing's going to ever keep you down.
Yeah, that
Wow, we both fucked that up.
Shit.
Right on. Thank you for saying that in.
Fuck. Okay, so, all right. In the chat, man, my hair is just driving me insane. Emanon said that they're still in PA. What's PA? Pennsylvania, and we're leaving tomorrow. Or no, we're leaving for home on Saturday morning, which is a 14-hour drive. So hopefully it goes by really quickly.
Fingers crossed. Stay safe.
And the weather is good, and it'll be nice and fun.
I will say, like, if you're driving through Chi-Town, Chicago, it's like 70 fucking degrees right now, which is bizarre.
It's below 40 right now outside. It was freezing coming in, and I know 40 is not cold. But
for Las Vegas, it's very weird to be 40 all day and rained all day. It never rains for a full day out here.
And I mean, usually for so far this winter season, like this whole month of December, it's been like 60.
Yeah.
You know, so it hitting 40, we're like, what is going on?
Because we're in the later stages of a summoning spell that we're doing, and we just sort of paused it for Christmas time. So I think this is like the side effects of that. It's the ramifications.
It was a wonderful Christmas time. The weather yesterday was really good. There was no rain. It was nice and sunny. But it's just weird. It hit all today. And it's snowing on the road to California. On my way home, they said that they closed the 15, which is the road to get out of town, at the border.
To go to California. They also closed the road to, what's that town down Blue Diamond Way?
Pahrump?
Yeah, Pahrump. They closed the road to Pahrump, too.
Holy crap.
Because all the mountain passes are completely covered in snow. So, kind of crazy. Feel really cut off from the world. We're glad you folks are joining us, because we know if we had to send an SOS, I could just stream and be like, help me.
The only reason why I know that song is from like Rock Band or something.
Of course.
Sending out an SOS. Yeah.
Dan San said, what did I miss? I missed a lot. You missed two stories. Depending on when you jumped in on this last one, that was my second story. Three stories. Emma says, hey, what up, Emma? Thank you for joining us.
Muhai TF says, I planned on sending a few stories your guys' way. Nothing too freaky, but it involves one time a disembodied voice sounding like Mickey Mouse.
That's terrifying. He was probably there to sue you because you infringed on his copyright in some way, shape, or form. Haley says, have they done an episode on Skinwalker Ranch?
Yes, we have.
Robin covered it. So.
Yep. Let's see. Glitchgrim says that being in that last story sounded like a Boogan. I've never seen that movie. He says it's an 80s movie. Never seen it.
Must check it out.
The Snark says to Emanon, since Emanon's from Wisconsin, says the Snark says, oh, my husband's family's from Green Bay. That's cool.
Skinwalker Ranch is episode 22 for anyone who would like to go back and check that out.
The Snark says, I haven't heard the word ronkonkoma in like 7 years.
I don't even know what that word is.
I had never heard of it until just this email.
The first time I heard of it was when it came out of my mouth when I was reading it. Emma says, just a quick story. So for Christmas, I wanted to get tickets for Cat Beatrix and I to go to Welcome to Night Vale tour, one of our favorite podcasts. On Christmas Eve, my dad came down and said he searched all over and couldn't find the Scary-ish live show tickets. That's hilarious. I'm so sorry.
What?
They wanted to get tickets to go to see Welcome to Night Vale. And on Christmas Eve, Emma's dad said he searched all over and couldn't find the Scary-ish live show tickets. It's because they don't exist. We're very sorry.
I wish. Sorry.
Dan San says, nice hair, Robin.
Oh, thank you. So maybe this is TMI, but every time I wash my hair, it like dries out my scalp and it's driving me insane. It's so just driving me insane. It's driving me insane. I want to get a haircut this weekend though, so hopefully I can cut off like this whole thing. I want to cut all this off, like what is that?
The remainder of the color.
All the color, yeah, but I want it to be like at my shoulder, you know.
Just don't take too much off so that I have to hear you talking about how much you regret it for the next 2 or 3 months.
Too. Ooh, I'll just get a whole haircut, get her to do everything.
Yeah, haircuts are like that.
All right.
Emma says, and I was like, "Aw, Dad, maybe someday." Then I had to tell him it was a different podcast, but I hope that one day I buy tickets to see you guys live.
Aww.
We sincerely hope that too. Our interests align on that.
We were so happy going over our finances for the year though last night because we were just like, This podcast has definitely helped us survive through the year. So
it's like at year one is like, let's make something that's self-sustaining for the effort we're putting into it. And then you just sort of start putting in like a ton of effort into something. So you just lose whatever number you had in mind.
If we didn't do the podcast, I don't think we would have been able to buy people Christmas gifts this year.
Yeah. Honestly, like when we got our payout for Patreon, we were just like, okay, well, yeah, this is going to help us actually survive the month of December.
So it helped us survive the month of December. And I was able to purchase the pins that they're getting made. And so you guys are, it's like you guys are helping us grow, and I think that's really, really great.
Yeah.
It's the best Christmas gift of all.
Emma said, okay, just want to wish you guys happy holidays. I can't stay tonight because I'm visiting family, but I just wanted to share that cute story. Love you guys. Thank you for jumping in here to tell us that story. It was really good.
The Hamburglar says, I'll never say that right.
It was close enough.
They closed the 14, so the freeway, the 14, a half hour after they had gone through it. And I think they had posted in Discord a picture of having the California Highway Patrol escorting them through the mountains.
Wow, that's
because
crazy.
It was covered in snow. And so they said that it was just crazy driving without chains.
Where's the 14?
I don't know.
Must check out. Haley says, oh my god, yay, I need to catch up on the rest of the episodes. What's nice when you have a backlog is you don't have to go through, like, there's not a continuity. We're not telling like a continuous story. It's not like you're gonna miss out like on Avengers Infinity War if you skip over a bunch of stuff. Like,
I can't believe my cousin's only ever watched Infinity War and Endgame.
That is kind of crazy.
And he never watched any other movies, so I was like, what?
You don't have to worry about that. If you're doing our backlog, you can pick and choose which ones sound interesting and then just wind up listening to the rest. Because sometimes topics you've never heard of wind up being the best episodes we do because it's something you've never heard of and you have no idea how interesting it's going to wind up being.
Apparently, it's the 14 is it leads to the 395 to backdoor it into Nevada. So.
Wow. Sounds hot.
Let's see. Emanon says, heading to bed, guys. I'm beat. Good night, everybody. Love you all.
Good night.
Have a good night.
Michelle says, I'm planning on sending in a few stories soon. Would you guys prefer I put a TW? What's TW? Before the story or in the very beginning of the email? For me, TW means technical writer, and I've seen that abbreviation so much in the last, 3 years of my life. What the hell is TW?
What is TW?
Let us know what TW is, and then we'll let you know.
Does not ask me what shampoo I use. I have to use Selsun Blue. Don't judge me. Just because my scalp is just horrific. It is absolutely horrific, and so I have to have medicated shampoo, and then I have amazing conditioner. So my hair feels nice. But my scalp just isn't nice. All right.
TW means trigger warning. I'd say before each story, toss in your trigger warning. That's totally fine.
Because that's important.
Yeah. Dansen says, you both get bald. No, don't put that evil on us, Ricky Bobby. I don't want to go bald. I don't think there's any way she'll go bald. She has so much hair.
I have a lot of hair.
Everywhere.
It really is everywhere. You don't even know. Okay, so.
Yesenia says, coconut oil hair mask helps so much with itchy, dry scalp. I do one every other week.
Ew.
That's interesting.
I would love some hair masks. I've never done one before. I think that'd be really good. I know my sister has before. My mom makes her do some sometimes, I think. But yeah, I should try to find one that's good. And if you guys have ones that work for you, let me know, because I could totally use it. Also, my sister was telling us we should start vlogging.
Yeah, we had multiple people tell us we should start vlogging.
Yeah, so a lot of people were, even my cousin David was like, hey, you should vlog. And
he said it very specifically, people want to see
your everyday, what you do.
Yeah.
And
I was like, it's going to be boring as shit.
It's going to be so boring, but I think that would be really cool. The only problem is vlogs would totally be where I'd be like, my hair is horrible today, and I'm washing my hair today, and all this nightmare, and all this. It would be so dumb.
I was thinking about it today, actually, and I didn't bring this up to Robin yet, so I'm going to unveil my idea to her now. I was thinking, have you ever seen the 6 Days to Air, the South Park documentary about how they make an episode?
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be fun to do something like that, where since we record Mondays, we just do a full episode. We just do a vlog for like release day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we'll both take like a GoPro or something like that with us.
Well,
and we'll vlog throughout the day because it's going to be a lot of us at work. It's going to be a lot of us doing like our normal workday stuff, and then you guys can see like how stupid our thoughts are throughout the day at work.
It would have to be like day in the life kind of stuff where it's like you wake up, you look like shit, and you're like, okay, I have to get up. This is what I'm going to do, whatever. And just go through all that stuff like driving to work, doing all that dumb stuff. And then you just skip to the end of work where you're like, finally getting home, got to rush home, got to do this, da-da-da-da. Whatever. I think
it'll be funny.
I watch Bailey J on YouTube. I absolutely love her. She's like one of my favorite artists to watch because her vlogs are the best. But she just watching her has inspired me to actually want to vlog. I don't know.
Is she the curvy one?
Yeah.
The curvy blonde chick.
No, she has pink hair.
Curvy pink hair chick.
Yeah. But it's just having to get another camera to vlog with.
We have one GoPro. If we borrowed someone's GoPro, we could probably pull it off, and I think it'd be really fun to do.
But I feel like audio on a GoPro is going to be shite.
It's fine. We'll be fine. We could do it with audio on a GoPro as long as we're doing like pretty close up, face to face, selfie stick style stuff throughout the day. And then once we both get in the room for recording, or like for doing our research stuff, it'll be fine because we can just use all these microphones. So
I'd rather just use like a video camera.
She makes everything extra complicated for literally no reason because that camera's microphone isn't better than the GoPro camera microphone.
Yeah, but it's the idea that I can't see what the GoPro sees. But if I have my
there's a monitor, you know. If you download the GoPro app and connect it to your GoPro,
so
you
then
can
I'm going to
see.
be looking down at the...
Just to check before you start recording. That's all you got to do.
No.
She makes everything difficult.
I'd rather have like my...
Everything has to be difficult.
I would rather have a DSLR, like my DSLR that I have, that I can just rotate the display so that I can see it while I'm holding it.
As long as you edit the footage, that's fine. Because importing from multiple different types of cameras is kind of a nightmare. And she's like, nah, I have to have my DSLR.
Yeah, I'd rather use a DSLR. I'd rather buy there's one that I really, really want that a lot of vloggers use. I don't know.
Of course, it comes down to a single simple idea has to be a new, very expensive piece of equipment.
Yeah, it's having us do all this extra stuff it's obviously going to be more money, more time.
I'm just trying to figure out how we can do more content without spending more money.
Yeah.
So it's like if we did it once and we did it with stuff we already have and there was a good response to it, then we could do it more often or other things similar to it, and then we could go from there on what we needed. That's all I'm saying. So Yesenia says, melt some coconut oil and put it all over your scalp as warm as you can handle and in your hair for an hour. Cheap and easy.
We do have coconut. I think we still have a canister of coconut oil somewhere.
Go for it.
I don't know. I'll smell so good.
I'm caught up on YouTube, so.
Coconut oil would be delicious. Okay, so I guess, well, I mean, not that I'm going to lick my head or anything, but I love coconut. Is it my turn to read?
Yep. I already did my second and final.
All right. So, the final email of the night is titled, Ghost Story of My Teenage Years. I think everyone's teenage years is their ghost story book. Ugh. Nightmares. Okay, PTSD. I hated it. Anyway, so it goes. Hello, Robin and Adam. Hello.
Hello.
Adam just swallowed coffee.
Delicious holiday blend from Starbucks.
Hello, Robin and Adam. And they're not sponsoring us.
They're good, though. I can give them a shout out. It's tasty.
Third time's a charm. Hello, Robin and Adam.
Hello.
And awesome Spooky Mom, too.
Aw.
I love you guys. It's Nadine again, and I shared the trunk ghost story in the early episodes.
Right on.
I really have to say how awesome it was to hear you guys when you read my story. I seriously fangirl screamed. Of course, this one you can read on the podcast. I am finally getting a chance to share my story from when I was about 16 or 17. My parents had just purchased a 2-story home, and it was the second week that we were staying... Fuck.
That's not in there.
My parents had just purchased a 2-story home, and it was like the second week that we were starting to... Fuck. It's not that hard to read. The sentence is written well.
You have no corrective lenses to read these fucking stories.
We were starting to move stuff into the house. We didn't have any furniture, just boxes of clothes, so most of the house was empty. Me and my sister were trying to decide which room would be our own room. After we chose, I was putting boxes in my new room when I noticed the doorknob by the closet. It was a bit odd. It looked like the doorknob on the closet door was red hot, as if someone put it in the fire. It's just Macaulay Culkin on the other side with a flamethrower. Christmas reference. As I was going to approach the door of the closet, I hesitated and felt this overwhelming fear of something being in that closet and the possibility that I could burn my hand. But then I started to notice in the reflection of the door handle, it was gold and shiny.
A lot of clauses this episode.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is like the 2-month mark since we read the episode, since we read the email about the ghost in the closet when the person was sending us their email. Remember the Ouija board story where they're like, I heard something move around in my closet as I was typing this.
Yeah.
I bet you this lines up with 2 months since we read that.
Maybe. So I started to notice the reflection in the door handle. It appeared as if the house was on fire. It was so bizarre because I kept looking where the flames supposedly were, but it was still only reflected in the doorknob. I quickly walked out of that room, and across the hall was what would be called the office room, and sure enough, there was a fire, but it was in the storage unit outside. I freaked out and ran downstairs to alert my dad, who ran outside and said that somehow a trash can was on fire behind the wooden storage unit and had to put it out, but could not find any explanation as to how it had happened. We never talked about it again. That's super creepy.
Yeah, not talking about it is the worst part of that.
A week or so goes by, and we are all settled into the house, and it was around this time that I started to have sleep paralysis. Terrifying. It was always the same. I would find a dark figure standing in front of my closet and then attempt to sit on me and smother me. And right when I felt like I couldn't breathe, I would wake up and scream. That is the worst. I can't even imagine.
I hate it when people sit on me so I can't breathe.
I can't even with you. I started to feel a bit crazy because sometimes I would hear whispering in the closet. Dude, seriously, this episode is just
lots of things coming from the closet.
And I wouldn't pay attention to it, but it would continuously happen. Then I started to hear things in my head. That's the worst. I would hear voices that were not my own, and I would wonder if I was schizophrenic, but it only happened while I was in the house and never away. I would have sleepovers at my friends' homes, and it would be the best sleep I would get, since I didn't suffer from the voices nor the sleep paralysis. I started attending church because my neighbor's family was very religious, and they had a girl that was my age. I eventually became active in the youth group of the church and started asking for prayer through this paranormal situation that was happening. I kept a Bible and would read it just about every day. I can't remember when exactly, but one day it stopped. I stopped having sleep paralysis. I stopped hearing voices. I contributed it to the fact that I would pray in my room out loud and would ask for this thing to move on and leave me alone. My parents still have the same house today, and I do still visit my old room, but there's been no paranormal activity since. Thank you so much, guys, for reading my story. I love the community you've created. I feel like I can share my story without judgment, and I appreciate that so much. Also, #TeamFan, and I got a new Omen baby, so I attached a picture of my sweet husky.
It's so adorable.
I love huskies. Just love dogs. I love animals. I love dogs, cats, hedgehogs, raccoons.
She loves all animals.
I love animals.
Are there any animals you're scared of?
The snakes count? I had a dream about snakes last night. It was
last
really
night?
weird. Yeah.
Do tell. Okay, you brought it up. You have to tell everyone now because everyone's curious what your dream was.
I feel like it was like a dog attacking a snake or something. It was weird because I am that's my zodiac. Oh, it's so cute.
I just showed her the picture of the husky. It's adorable.
That's my zodiac, right? Not zodiac. The year that the Chinese. No, that is zodiac, right? There's
Chinese zodiac and then there's the other zodiac.
I am a snake. That's the year I was born. And so to me, it felt weird, having the snake in my dream, and then having a dog tear it apart. It was creepy.
That sounds like an omen for sure.
Yeah.
We should probably look that one up.
So
we went and had tea on Monday with some family.
Yeah,
and then we were looking at the tea leaves at the
bottom
bottom and seeing what shapes they made, and then Googling what that could possibly mean. So
yeah, so I don't know. It was just weird.
A dog destroying a snake is very, very specific.
Yeah, it teared it apart. It's like the snake had swallowed eggs or something, like giant fucking ostrich-sized eggs, and this dog just ripped them out of it. It was
really
weird. Yeah.
That's really weird because Serpent's Mound out in Peebles, Ohio, which is one of the new 7 wonders of the world, is a giant burial mound in the shape of a snake eating an egg, which is supposed to depict the end of times, and the egg represents the sun. So I think there's way more to this dream than you know. We need to do some research because I'm pretty sure your dream was prophesizing the end of the world.
What?
And we need to figure out who this dog is because apparently they're going to save us by ripping apart the snake. So we got a lot to research. We're going to have to get back to you on what Robin's dream really means. Her jaw is literally hanging wide open. For those of you who are watching, you can see it. But for those of you who are listening, you need to know.
Shut up.
Not being hyperbolic about that. I'm 100% being serious about Serpent's Mound. In senior year for high school for me, we had to do a book report in a group on one of the new 7 wonders of the world. And my friends and I were like, let's see if anything is nearby and let's just drive to it. And our book report will be a video. And Peebles, Ohio was like a 6-hour drive from where we live. So we're like, fuck it, we're going. So we went and we recorded it and we got an A. We crushed it. And we researched all this stuff about Serpent's Mound. While we were there, we took a video walking around the mound and went into the like gift shop that shows you like all the history of it and stuff like that. So, yep, 100% true. Interesting stuff. It was really fun to end on this. I feel bad because we didn't comment too much on the last email that we read, but I really think it's interesting that we had 2 emails that talked about stuff in the closet and voices that came from there. And I think it's great that you strengthened your faith, and through that you were able to have this weird, bizarre current stop. So that's fantastic. Robin is still over here terrified of her dream. So what? I think I just poisoned her brain.
Oh my God.
We'll have to follow up with you in episode 108. Regardless of whatever topics we pick, we'll have a Robin dream follow-up, and I'll probably write a little short story like I do every now and then about what Robin's dream means.
Oh, God.
So, right on.
Okay, so in the chat, right? So, let's see. The Snark says, I would try a hair mask, too. My hair's like 40% of my personality.
That's funny.
I definitely need to look for it. So, anybody who has good hair recommendations, please let us know, because I need some type of moisturizer.
Yesenia said it's past my bedtime. Good night. Dan San went to take a shower really fast. When we mentioned stuff in the closet, he said Michael Jackson's in the closet, and Glitch Grim said R. Kelly is in the closet too. I think Tom Cruise is in the closet in that episode as well. Those are South Park references for those of you who don't know. I am done with my YouTube chat, so gonna let you folks know I'm about to start up Marbles on stream.
Yes.
Anyone that's over there, I keep making the sound today. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Anyone who is over there in YouTube, what the fuck was that?
I'm just
go ahead and switch to twitch.tv/scarishpodcast. Switch over to Twitch. That way you can participate in Marbles. I'm going to let Robin finish out reading the rest of her stuff, and then I'm going to get Marbles set up over here. So take it away.
All right. So as I started talking about my dream story, actually Faison said Danger Noodles, which is like, you know, calling snakes Danger Noodles.
Also, they're known as nope ropes.
Yeah. Glitch says, good old nope ropes. The Snark says Robin is a druid. Laura Ann says Robin's predicting our doom.
Can you hit play? I'll need to see.
Oh, sorry. The Snark says she's a circle of dreams druid. Laura Ann says you broke her. Dude, seriously. I didn't. That is so crazy that there is a mountain or whatever.
Mound. It's a burial mound.
What? Oh, man, that's crazy.
It's a round mound to pound.
And then the Snark says, OMG, Robin wild shaped as a dog. Robin's protecting the world. # solved. I feel like I am the snake.
She would be the snake in this.
And I would be torn. Maybe I'm supposed to end the world, but someone's going to stop me.
Just don't eat the sun, and I think we'll be okay. So.
Well, here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. Please don't sue me, Beatles. Thank you. All
right. It is working. Go ahead and type an exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds to the track you would like to race.
Which reminds me, you have to help me make my character sheet.
Oh, yeah, we got to totally do that tonight. Mine is done. I already picked my item. I got to send it over to the Snark for the D&D game. I can't remember the item I picked.
I don't even know what
when
level
you told us to pick an item, I immediately went through like 10,000 homebrew rare items until I found something that's not too overpowered, but is uncommon or rare. And I think I want to pick one that's uncommon, but we will definitely get that to you tonight.
All right. So if you want to vote, do exclamation point vote, space, and then the number for the track that you would like. So exclamation point, where's the little boop-de-boop? Okay, exclamation point vote, VOTE, space, boop. What do I want to do?
It's my phone's audio. It's
Do
fine.
you have commercials?
Yeah, because I just got into our channel.
Did I have a commercial when I started?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
Are you going to vamp at all? You're supposed to be vamping right now.
Glitch and Snark are talking about D&D. I'm excited to play it. My sister really wants to play this weekend.
It's a completely different
game. We just love playing D&D. I don't know. It's really fun.
Right now, Alienated is leading the voting with 4 votes.
I was trying to explain to my coworkers how I love breaking D&D games.
She just loves doing really annoying stuff to troll the DM, which is always me in her games, which will be so nice to be able to play and have the snarked DM so I can play off of her crazy bullshit.
Mrs. Zilla says, Ansem is the worst right now because she's playing Kingdom Hearts. I totally feel you there. Killing Sephiroth in like the first Kingdom Hearts took me and my sister so long. We died so many times, and when we won, we partied so hard.
That's funny.
Oh man, that game was difficult.
Glitch says, I played last weekend and got almost killed by a damn Cubehead. I know that's supposed to say Cubehead because he sent us a picture of what Cubehead looked like, and it was freaking awesome. Snark says, the world y'all will be playing in is a sandbox of silliness. That sounds perfect for us.
Let's see.
I don't know why you don't just read stuff instead of just freestyle scatting.
Miss Zilla says they're on the final boss right now in Kingdom Hearts, and that's it.
All right, I think we're going to go with Alienated. It has 4 votes. We're going to let it keep scrolling. The record time it has been beaten is 1 minute and 26 seconds by someone named Marshall.
Is that all the L's?
Yep, that's all of them. You have to do guttural sounds when you're reading an L that long. So let's click race. Let's go ahead and get in here and type an exclamation point play as soon as it pops up on the screen to get your marble, ... on stream.
Sorry, I'm tying up my hair right now.
It smells really nice in here as she does that. I can smell whatever hair stuff you put in there.
Which is why it's so stupid in Twilight, okay? In Twilight, the first movie, where he takes her to go play baseball, and then the bad vampires come, and they're like, oh, no, let your hair down. It'll hide the smell. No, you goddamn idiot, it doesn't. Like, are you serious? Now they'll smell everything. God.
I thought it was supposed to be, it's like hiding the smell of her being human with the smell of her hair.
Her hair is human.
No, like the smell coming from her hair. Like, because vampires are going to use hair care products too.
I feel like you're just accentuating the fact that
what
you're
the
fucking
fuck happened
human.
in my life where I'm defending Twilight? God.
Oh my God.
Everything is so broken right
dumb.
now.
So freaking dumb. Oh man, when I saw that movie, I was like, this is so dumb. Whatever.
All right, we have 11 marbles in the stream right now.
I forgot to press play.
Yep, just been waiting for Robin to join. Is the scriptery going to be joining us tonight?
I don't know. Oh wait, I have my phone right here.
Yes, you do.
The Snark says maybe the smell of her hair is covering her jugular, making it harder to smell her blood.
Exactly.
But I feel like her hair still smells.
Why would her hair
like
smell human? That makes no sense.
Because vampires smell perfect. They look perfect. I feel like there's no...
They would use something to cover up their smell. If they any vampire that used human hair care product would just smell like human hair care product.
Shut up. Just believe.
All right. We're at 12 marbles. That's probably all we're going to get. It into the day after Christmas. I can't judge anyone for not being here. However, I hate everyone that's not here. I love everyone that is here today. I'm going to go ahead and click start for this first race. We're going to get it going. All-time record is 1 minute and 26 seconds. Let's see if someone here can beat that. I would really love for someone from the Spooky Friends community to be the world record holder on any of these tracks, because I am part of the Discord for the folks who made this game, and I would love to just talk a bunch of shit. So let's see if someone can take the win. Robin's cheating. She has this massive head start. We can all agree that's exclamation point hacks, and that is exclamation point bullshit.
I didn't even type anything, so you're bullshit.
So, see,
You
this
know
is
what's
what she
bullshit?
does.
That stupid
This is
scene
what
in
she does when
Twilight.
she doesn't even look up to see what I'm talking about. But we're going to get this going in 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds if you haven't joined in yet to join in, and we're going to get this going. I've said that twice. Fuck.
L to speak.
Yeah, you need to tell me L2 speak. L2 suck my balls.
Nah, dog, I'm good. Gross.
Away we go.
Let's see. Miss Zilla says, hashtag Team Edward. Me too, girl.
All right, Laura Ann is currently in the lead, or we just call her Laura because she has requested that. Mondo Alba, the Robin Grace, and Ghost Java Bean.
Winter Solier says, I am a vampire.
There is a bunch of... oh, there's only two, actually. There's two tracks that are going to run parallel to each other.
Oh, no.
Mondo Alba just got launched off. Oh, my God!
Oh, my God!
They caught at the end of the track. I'm glad I was watching it like that. So you have a significant head start because of a pulsating rod, and you're going to go ahead and go through that elevator, and then you might wind up taking this race pretty quickly here. 1:26 is the time to beat. I wonder if this is how we can get it done. It would be pretty amazing after I just talked about how much I really wanted someone from the Spooky Friends community to take the record. You have 30 seconds to finish this track out, and there's a accelerator down there. You have to make it through some pulsating rods and another accelerator, and then you cannot miss the end. Here we go. We have 20 more seconds, about 15 more seconds to go.
That's like speeding to the end.
Don't think we're going to make it, but we got pretty effing close. Unless you just get launched to it right now.
Just watching it is scary. Ah!
Glitch Grim has been eliminated.
No!
Mondo Alba has been launched. And will you come down and land anywhere decent?
Oh, no. Oh,
no, you will not. The Robin Grace is over there along with Ghost Java Bean from the other side, competing for the win. It looks like Ghost Java Bean. It's going to come down to the end. Robin is going to steal this one. Ghost Java Bean is going to come in dead. That stinks. The Snarked comes in second and takes the prize. Mrs. Zilla comes in third. I, unfortunately, did not make it. I did not survive this. And Winter Solier...
Dude, if Mono Alva had won, that would have been sweet.
It would have been sweet.
Oh,
is still making their way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and they're homebound.
Glitch says, I'm a were-dolphin. And what if it was garlic scented? That's funny.
That is funny.
Oh, man, I cannot believe that.
The Snark says, pass on my prize. The prize will then go to Mrs. Zilla. Mrs. Zilla, let us know if you would like to claim the prize. And then don't forget to let us know which design you're hoping to see and a mailing address in which it can be sent.
Yep.
All right. The winner was Robin, so she's collecting on those points. She got 13 for this race. The Snark only took 3, which is some bullshit. That's pretty cool. Current challenge race reached 750 season XP. We're only at 46. Where's the XP at? Okay, here we go. 6. Bonus XP of 6. I don't know how they calculate XP in this stupid thing. All right, let's take some votes on the second race of the evening, the second and final race. Go ahead and type in what you would like to do.
It's just going to be that song stuck in my head forever.
Exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds to the track you would like to race.
Vote. My nails are so long, and it is so hard to type. I hurt my hand when I came home today because all I did was make a fist, and it stabbed my own hand and hurt real bad. What number do I want this time? Boop.
Right now, Twisted Toothpick is leading the voting. However, if there is a tie between two tracks, we take the previous winner's vote, which was Robin, and she has voted for Multi-Lane Madness. There's an exclamation point next to this shop. I wonder if I go over there if it'll get rid of the votes. All right, everyone remember we had 6 for Twisted Toothpick. I'm going to just check it really fast. What is the exclamation pointing for? Does anyone see anything cool? This is only up for another 19 minutes. It's all wrapping paper that kind of sucks. The skull's pret's cool. The heart's all right, and the egg's okay. These are the hourly ones. This is what the new update is that they... Oh, my God, this thing's adorable. Oh, my God, look at it. It's only 50 coins. We need 4 more coins or 5 more
How
coins.
do we get coins?
I don't know, besides buying them. All right, we're going to go back to the race now.
We should Google it.
It saved our votes, which is pretty awesome. So, I mean, you have to buy them, and then you can accrue them throughout the seasons. I don't know what you have to do to get them. But, yeah, that's pretty tight. All right. Laura says, oh, my God. It's hilarious. All right. I think we are going to go with Twisted Toothpick here. What you doing over there?
Messaging one of my coworkers.
Which one?
Rizal.
Cool. Is she joining us?
Shout out, Kerr.
Is she joining us?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Robin's just decided
We're
that
just talking about Kylo Ren.
we're not worthy of her time. Even though she got mad at me yesterday when we were playing a board game because I decided to discuss Rise of Skywalker for 5 minutes with a close friend.
No, it was not 5 minutes.
Twisted Toothpick is our track.
You.
Record time. It was like 30 minutes. Record time. And I was still playing the game. She just gets butthurt because it was my turn.
But that game is so good. I kickstarted Rival Restaurants. It came in just before Christmas. I gave it to Adam for Christmas. And
it's really good.
It was so fun. You choose your restaurants, you make recipes. I don't know. I love food, and the art was so stinking cute. It was good. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Record time for this track is 1 minute and 16 seconds by XQ Cow. So this is probably going to go kind of quick. So let's go ahead and click race and get in there.
I feel like XQC or something is a Korean pop band.
XQC Ow then. Exclamation point play to join the race.
Oh, yeah. I really like the ball with the
cat
horns.
holding the heart.
No, the reindeer horns.
Hey.
The little thing at the beginning.
All right, we are up to 13 marbles, which is already more than we had last time. So thank you to the scriptery for joining us, because I know that that's the one I did not see earlier.
Wow, way to call her out, bro.
And I called her out the first time just to see if she was here yet. So no big deal. We have some folks that are watching that have not joined. If you're waiting to join, all you have to do is go into chat and type an exclamation point play.
Exclamation point play. It's free to
Mrs.
join.
Zilla says, "Oh my God, we won! We beat Mega Ansem! I'm screaming!
Congratulations on beating the game."
Congratulations.
There was a Kingdom Hearts game that I really did not like because you used cards. It was like a card battling system. It was weird. I wish I remembered.
Was it 358 and a half days?
Is it? It probably
I'm asking.
was.
I don't know.
I think it was. It was definitely on the DS. So, yeah, that was my least favorite one.
Mrs. Zilla says, "We died like 6 times, then Chain Memories sucks."
I think that might be the one.
All right, we are 13 of 500 marbles. We're waiting on 487 more marbles before we get going. So call your friends, folks. It's weird because I could have sworn XQC Ow was the record holder when we started this thing up. But now it says Ronaldo Hill is the record holder. So I think it actually changed
Ronaldo.
since we loaded this up. So 1 minute and 16 is what we're looking at. I really, really wish we could just look at the freaking track before we start. But you can't, and it's dumb. All right. Going to give you guys 10 more seconds to join in, then I'm just going to click start, and we're going to get going. Whoever wins gets a free piece of merchandise, except for me and Robin. We own them. We have plenty. So we will pass. And start. 10 seconds from right now to type in exclamation point play and get in on this.
Oh, I was about to type it in again.
Yeah, you're in here. No worries. And away we go.
And away we go.
Let's step to the side and look at the track. It's a lot of loop-de-loops. There's a weird funnel over there. It looks kind of exciting, and there's stairs that lead down to the end.
Looks pretty fun. No.
I knew you were going to do that. So let's just come over here. I'll come down a little bit, and we'll watch some folks go through the loop-de-loops, which are covered, so I don't think anyone has to worry about getting thrown off right at the beginning.
Whoa, those are fast.
Ghost Java Bean appears to be in first place with actually Phase On in a close second, and then a lot of people jumbled together. There's an accelerator, and a lot of people are going to smash into these things, which looks pretty awesome. Let's be real. Looks like the Snark and 52 Nicks are neck and neck. The Snark starting to pull away with Glitch in second place. They're both taking the same track. Robin and Laura are going to the other side as Glitch and the Snark go loop-de-looping through, and everyone's going to start coming up on this funnel now. So it's who falls through fastest is what's going to determine who's going to take the lead from here. Derp. The Snark has made it through already with Glitch right behind and Ghost Java Bean right behind them. The Snark missed that fan blade really well. Is going to go ahead and launch themselves.
This is the invisible thing.
The Snark fell off of that weird thing, and now Glitch is in first place alone and is launching towards the staircase. This is terrifying. They were stopped, though. They were saved by a slow pulsating rod, which has slowed them down, which means that they're not in danger of falling off. But Laura Ann...
Oh, my God.
Mondo Alba shot his shot and missed.
Oh.
Along with actually Phase On. Going to come down here. It looks like Glitch is destined for first place here. Congratulations, Glitch, on taking the win. Lots of folks just dying like flies. Laura takes second place. The scriptery's looking for third. Lots of folks have fallen off. There's only 4 people left. The scriptery, me, Robin, and Ghost Java Bean. And here I come down that thing. I don't think I'm going to fall off. We'll see if I can make it through without
We're
dying.
all stuck up there.
Let's go and see what's taking Ghost Java Bean and Robin so damn long.
It's that fan blade. Ah, got through.
Robin's through. Ghost Java Bean. Nope. Backtracking a little bit. This isn't going to look good. Where's the wave of death?
It's right there.
It is encroaching very quickly. I don't know if we can actually see it. Is Ghost Java Bean going to make... Nope. Yep, this isn't going to be good.
Yep, it's right there. So close.
Robin hasn't finished yet. I kind of like... I just
go.
Run!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So close. Ghost Java Bean has been eliminated. Robin is finishing up to collect some points. Congratulations to Glitch Grim.
So email us. Let us know what design you want and your mailing address because I probably forgot what it is. But yeah. So thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Glitch collected 5 points. That puts him at 5 for the season. Robin is already at 14, which is a bullshit. I'm at 1. Scriptry is at 6. And then we have some folks sitting at some goose eggs. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to burp right now.
Gross.
Ghost Job being 52
Obviously,
mix,
a lot of people have mentioned the episode that had the random silence and
the burp. Burpgate, episode 101, I believe it was.
It was Adam, obviously.
Whoa. No, that was totally a Robin burp.
No, it wasn't. It was not me.
All right, so just checking the chat. Glitch said, "Oh my god, I did it." Laura Ann said, "Woo, didn't die again." That's hilarious. Way to be positive. The Snark says, "Hey, congrats, Glitch." Winter Soldier says, "Bruh." And Mrs. Zilla says, "Dang, y'all are amazing. I hope your Christmas was amazing." Thank you so much. That was so nice.
Was amazing. We hope everybody got to spend time with the people they wanted to spend time with.
Exactly.
And that it was a good day and it'll be a good holiday and everybody just has a great rest of the year because
we impromptu wound up watching all of the John Wicks.
Oh, I don't know how it happened yet, but yesterday we had a John Wick marathon. I don't know. My sister was just like, "I've never seen John Wick before." And then she was just like, "Well, can we watch what happens next?" And then what happens next? And
I took a nap through almost all of John Wick 2, skipped John Wick 2, came back for John Wick 3.
Even Spooky Mom was like, "Fuck John Wick 2, I'm taking a nap." But yeah. All right. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for the live stream tonight. We know everybody is coming off that Christmas high, and we are just so thankful for everybody that joined us today. We're sure everyone's tired, but we really appreciate that all of you showed up, and hopefully you guys join us for the next one.
Indeed. For those of you who are listening in the normal podcast version, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who sent in your story. It's amazing that you folks share these things with us, and it's really, really fun to tell your tales. If you want to share a story with us, if you would like to share a story with us, email storytime@scarish.com. That is our email address. Or you can go to our website, scarish.com. Click on Contact Us. Fill out that form. It comes directly to us. And if you want to go to any of our social medias, you can hit us up there as well. Facebook is facebook.com/scarishpodcast. Twitter is @scarishpod. And Instagram is @scarishpodcast. There's a bunch of different ways for you to reach out to us. Whatever makes you feel most comfortable. Don't forget to go pre-order our first enamel pins that we've ever released.
Pre-order them. Go pre-order our enamel pins.
Easiest way is to go to any of our social medias. There's a post about them everywhere. Or you can go to scarish.com. And if you scroll to the bottom, there's a little link that says Robin's Quiet Corner. It's a little button that you can click. And that is Robin's Etsy shop. And that is where the pre-orders are available. All the links that we have posted for these things will take you there. And if you can't find any of the links, just go to scarish.com, scroll to the bottom and click that. And you can pre-order them right now. They are being made. We just posted a picture of what they look like without the paint. It's pretty exciting.
Oh my god, my heart. When I got sent that they were actually getting made, oh my goodness. I was just so... Oh, my heart. I'm so excited. And it's so nice to see my babies come to life. I'm so stinking excited. Also, next week is going to be New Year's Day. So we're going to do the stream again on Thursday.
Are we? I didn't know if we were going to delay. But if we are going to delay, then okay, we're going to delay.
Okay. We're going to delay.
Cool. I'll have to tell my D&D group they're going to be very disappointed we haven't played in a month.
Oh, maybe we should do it on Tuesday then. No, I don't know.
That's New Year's Eve. No one will show up if we do it.
Oh, okay. Should we do it on New Year's Day then?
Well, here's the thing. Here's 3 options that we have. We do it on January 2nd, and everyone in my D&D group is sad. We do it on New Year's Day, and some of you may show up, some of you may not because everyone's hungover. Or we do it on New Year's Eve. And if we do it on New Year's Eve... I
don't think anyone's going to show up. So,
I think the only way we can get people to show up is by encouraging it to be a drinking game.
Yeah, I was going to say if we drink and they can drink, then it'll be.
So you folks let us know what you want to do on any of our social medias. Hit us up and say what day you're thinking about doing it. But for now, this moment, we're going to plan that it's going to be January 2nd that we'll do it. And if we get enough encouragement to change it, we will. And we'll see what happens with that. And we'll keep everyone posted through all of our social medias. I think that's the best way to do it. Thank you to everyone for your support. And it's been amazing this past year to look back and see how much we've grown and how much you folks have helped us out with so much. Robin, for folks who would like to support us monetarily, which means money, how can they do so?
If you would like to support us and keep the show going, one, you can pre-order our enamel pins that we have being made. Two, you can go to patreon.com/scarishpodcast, where we have monthly donations, whole bunch of different tiers. That's where you can get a hold of commercial-free episodes. Also, you can go to ko-fi.com/scarishpodcast. Those are one-time donations. All those donations help us upgrade our studio setup. And yeah.
Is that it? I feel like there was another part to that.
It.
Right on.
Yeah.
So that's just about everything we have for Storytime episode number 98. Thank you so much to everyone who joined us and everyone who listened. I think it's about time for that sign out, so hit us with it, Robin.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.